Hi, Reynolds. So I'm very happy and honored to be leaving this message at what I consider a bittersweet moment. Sweet because as your friend, I'm really happy you're doing what you want to do. Bitter, I guess, is a little strong, but nostalgic and sad because I love working with you, and I'm very happy you'll still be in town. I consider you a friend. I'm very happy we will still have that friendship, but I will really miss working with you. I remember the first time I met you, it was really on the phone, and I was so impressed by your knowledge of my project, your deep understanding of what I was trying to do in Constituting Americans that I didn't know yet. And it was entirely because of you that I gave my book to Duke University Press against my colleagues' advice, and it was a great decision. You made this press a really spectacular place to work and to be. In all of my dealings with you, I have found you warm, kind, funny, decent, ethical, smart, a pleasure to work with in every way, shape, and form. I can't imagine better. And honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do without you. But I wish you great joy in the next stage of your life, and I'm very happy, as I say, to call you a friend, and that I can still be part, as I hope, of that next stage of life. Much love.
Okay, Reynolds. You can't see my desk here, but if you did, it'll remind you of a certain other desk. Anyway, I have a letter here from you dated December 23rd, 1991, and this was a contract for the book that's appearing next month. So that makes it 18 years, I think, and I hope you didn't delay your retirement waiting for this book to come out. No, I'm just being narcissistic and facetious there. But anyway, Reynolds, well, I never expected this time to come, but I suppose it does. And what I have to say is simply this. You had this amazing way of combining a sensitivity for the intellectual aspirations of your authors and their needs, and being utterly laid back at the same time. So, that'll be my abiding memory of you. Of course, I hope you don't disappear from the scene. We have our annual lit party, and I hope to see you there. But anyway, I hope that you have a happy and productive retirement, though I can't imagine you being completely retired. You don't strike me as someone who will be playing golf every day. So hope you'll be around, and we'll see you from time to time and catch up. So thanks for everything, and a wonderful retirement.
Hi Reynolds, this is Judith, and I am so grateful to you for all the help with Women's Camera Work, which is a stupendously beautiful book, and I miss you, and I'm really unhappy that you're not working with me on the next one, but I wish you very well in your retirement, and look forward to reading your own writing.
Hi Reynolds, I am really sad that you are retiring, but I'm very glad that you will devote that time to write, as you said. And I will tell you now something I never told you. When I met you is because I was in San Francisco, and Gustavo Perez was here, and he said you should meet Reynolds Smith, so go to the Duke booth. And I was walking and trying to find the Duke books and approach the place, and I was about 15 meters from the place. So a lot of people around, and the blonde guy with kind of off-white linen suit that looks like the Great Gatsby. And I said, well, that's an attractive person there. And then I approached and I asked somebody, is Reynolds Smith around? And Reynolds Smith was the Great Gatsby. So that is the way I remember the first moment. The first moment is I shake your hands, and then the other moment that kind of stick with me is when we were having a drink at the Washington Duke Inn, and trying to find the title for the Latin American book series. And we have papers, and we were writing names and words and combining, and we didn't like any of the possibilities. And so at one moment I said, Reynolds, this has to be something otherwise. And you said that is the title, Latin American Otherwise. And now we have the series. So thank you, Reynolds. And I hope that we keep on chatting and having great ideas in the future and for the future.
Reynolds Smith was a fabulous editor, the best I ever hoped to have. He brought to all of the projects, 3 on which I worked with him, such enthusiasm, such knowledgeability, such a sense of what would work and what wouldn't work. He just carried the projects along. He also, in the case of my first book with him, the cultural biography of Lydia Mariah Child, he was the one who thought of the kind of cover design that would work. He was the one who thought of getting an NEH subvention and in fact did most of the work toward getting the subvention. He was wonderful. He was also really enthusiastic about the idea of doing the Lydia Mariah Child reader. It was tremendously helpful in terms of conceptualizing it, in terms of length. And what I especially appreciated was that he didn't have a fixation on length. He had a sense of what would make the best possible book. And that's what he worked toward. So he worked toward a definitive edition of a child biography. He worked toward a really complete and representative selection of Child's writings. And in my latest encounter with him, he fell in love with Albion W. Tourget's Bricks Without Straw, just as I did. He made very enthusiastic arguments for it in the press. He tried to get the price set as low as it could be set. He was wonderful to work with on everything. He made suggestions for annotations to explain things that I didn't realize were obscure because I had worked so long with the book, but he picked them up immediately. He was fabulous. What more can I say? I'm going to miss him terribly, and I can't imagine Duke Press without Reynolds Smith. But I'm sure he's going to devote the time to writing very interesting things of his own that other editors are going to want to pick up.
Reynolds has this unique rhythm in which he combines what appears to be a completely erratic relation to your project, the specific assignment in front of him. And then he uses that vagueness, that anxiety that he arouses in editors and authors to transpose the feeling that Reynolds really doesn't quite know what this is about into acts of focused attention that both consolidate your commitment and make certain that the project gets accomplished. Reynolds is a visionary who pretends to the posture of being a disorganized man. He is perhaps the most effective editor with whom I've worked in the last 25 years, and I'll miss him sorely.